So,
Love
so
you.
happy.
Love
So
you.
happy. Thank you. I'm so happy that we're here doing this today. It's so, what a special topic, the journey of twin flames.
Yeah.
I think that it's such a big topic. We definitely won't cover everything today, but we'll have a really good, beautiful experience together, understanding it. So, where did that journey of twin flames begin? Where did that begin? You're like, what's the answer? It's so beautiful. So, of course, we were a beautiful being of endless beingness of love. And we decided to have this amazing journey of experiencing ourselves as light. And light was the first form of our thought to create this journey. And then we decided that we wanted to experience, because there's so much beautiful knowing of oneness and love and awareness and just experiencing paradise. And then, at that point, we wanted to really understand what it would be like to experience ourselves in a male and a female body and have that duality. And you can't say it's like separation, but at that point we didn't feel separation. We felt complete oneness still. We understood, but imagine how we felt in that moment, that joy and that beauty we must have seen in each other as our twin flames manifested in these bodies, let's say, and very different bodies to what we have now, because these are the evolved experience of our soul. But at that point, that we were like more like just ethereal light. Trying to put that into words is really beyond words. It's really beyond words. But those are some words that we can understand. And if we could imagine even just looking at a cloud, a beautiful, soft, beautiful, wispy cloud, one cloud and just separating into two, that's very much what it was like in the beginning. Beautiful experience, just like ethereal, like vapor, just air, but with some form. So really beautiful, and that's what we did. And then we just allowed that evolution of that journey, and the whole intention of it was for there to be evolution of this journey of ourself as twin flames. That's just one way of calling it. One way of understanding is calling it twin flames, but there's so many, there's unlimited ways of what you could call it. I like to say we could just be a light being manifested as those two beautiful beings of light. So it was like twin flames were like in the beginning, like the first form of separation, but with the consciousness of oneness. There was no separation consciousness, just the beautiful illusion of it that we loved. We absolutely loved that illusion, and then we were just enjoying ourselves, and we were just creating. We were just creating as that one mind, that one being, that one consciousness of love, that was just completely present. That's always present, but in our journey along the way, we are reconnecting with what that really feels like. So it's just that one being of love that we are, experiencing that love. And then as it evolved, we decided to experience more density in a way, more physicality, we know it as now. And we wanted to create a wonderland, we wanted to experience paradise, and that in what was in our consciousness at that, what was in that one being of love that we were, that was saying, I want paradise. What was in there? Like trying to fathom that where we are now, because we have been so much in our experience of forgetting who we are. We still think we're really individual. We're trying to fathom things from an individual consciousness. And that's beautiful. That's really beautiful and perfect as part of this experience to where we are now. But this is like we're going right back to that beginning, and really isn't even a back. There is no back. There's no forward. It's just a beautiful illusion that we've been having. And so we were experiencing that ourself as light in form. And then with that light, we played with so much more than that. We created ourselves what we can call the paradise, and we were just loving it and developing developing our plan, developing what we are here for. What do we want to experience? And I'm saying we, but it was really just I. But that's when we, as many, became a thing for us to understand. And that's what was so amazing. We wanted to understand more than one, but still one. So isn't that amazing? So absolutely amazing, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure was, is. And so as we went on, we developed more of our experience in physicality, playing with the light. We're still doing that. We're still playing with the light. That's all we are. So it's love manifesting light, and that's what we're doing. And so we developed our physicality more and developed these more of a symbolic aspect of ourselves as masculine and feminine. And so that developed and we became more physical. Still not like what we look like now, but getting there, And because we were so conscious, we felt ourselves merging. We always felt ourselves merging into that oneness and experiencing that beautiful flow, of and just the total joy. It's not even the right word. It is a word, but it's not the right word because the joy and the bliss, the beautiful feeling of that. Just try to imagine what is that really like, What is that really like to do that? And that's what we're all craving for. We all want that feeling again, That's our craving for that twin flame. But the journey began there, and we just kept on being creative because that's what we are. We're complete creativity through light, from love, creating light. And so that's what we're doing all the time. And it developed and it developed and it developed. I mean, how long would it take me to really say what happened? Like it isn't even time. That's what's so unfathomable to us because we've become so conditioned to time, to believing time. And so all we can do really is feel that bliss, feel that bliss, feel that love that we are, to try to remember, to feel that love of ourself, to try to remember what it felt like. And that's what our ascension really is. Our ascension is really about rising up back into that consciousness, rising ourselves from believing the limitation and the separation. But that's what we chose back then. I have to put it in perspective for us because that's what we're used to perceiving things as. So then we decided to just play like that for really timelessness, in timelessness. And then we decided, let's create time. Let's create more physicality. Let's believe more in this separation. Let's have an experience. What would it be like to actually forget this being that we are? And so on it went. On we have gone on this amazing journey, playing and playing and playing. We're still playing. It doesn't feel like that sometimes. It feels like, oh, someone save me, get me out of here. But the truth is, the truth is this. The truth is that we are this one being of love, experiencing this most beautiful illusion of separation and limitation. And so now you can just even look at your life now and see how much you've believed in that. See how much it's become. It's like, I'm sure when we're born, we know the oneness, we remember it. But then we start to be conditioned to believe in the separation, and we love it. We love it. We absolutely love all of it. But it doesn't feel like that. But that's what's beautiful. We decided to really know what it would be like to forget, and then to remember. And this is where we are right now, remembering and wanting to really understand ourselves about the love that we are, understanding the love that we really are. And so we are all really just one being of love. manifested as twin flames. So really, and then we need to just go back there for a moment, though, is to realize how we created more of this. We created many of ourselves and into sets because we thought that would be fun too. Let's have some identical things that are slightly different to everyone, and that will be our twin flame. And then we'll be able to recognize each other in that way. And when we recognize each other in that way, then we'll be able to recognize ourselves as the one being. Or is it the other way around? Do we recognize ourselves as the one being first and then? But can you really separate those things? Not really. You can't really. But it's such a fascination to really try to comprehend what twin flame journey really is. And there's so many spiritual concepts about it. There's so much information, and there's so many. All of us are trying to remember in so many different ways. And the term twin flames isn't even used. Watch Hollywood movies is all about that love, the perfect relationship. But now that's getting shattered. They're trying to change it's just a constant journey of experiment and experiencing that experiment, in a way you could call it. But to really know that we are one being is how we can really see all of each other. But how many of us was there in the beginning? That's a question. And the answer is not as many as there are now. And that's what's beautiful. And that's how we created ourselves to be twin flame, beautiful beings, identical, but in a masculine and feminine, and then fragment those even further. And that's what we did. Not everyone fragmented. It was really important that some didn't. I didn't, but that was really important that we had that for the memory, for the return. And it's, I always say this, I often say this, how do we fathom that consciousness that created all that? If we keep it simple, we can understand it in a way. And so, yes, there's many more twin flames you could say now than there was. And that's part of the journey, and it's beautiful. But what is happening right now in this part of our evolution is those fragments are coming to completion. And it was all for wisdom, all of it. This whole journey of experiencing ourselves in this light form is for wisdom, just for knowing what it feels like. That's what wisdom is knowing what it feels like. It's not gaining some intellectual capacity of understanding something, although you do on a higher level understand yourself. It's understanding the feeling. It's all about the feeling. It's the emotion is who we really are. It's the energy and motion and our whole being. I could say we're electricity, we're light, we're ethereal, we're so many things you could call us, but just to keep it really simple is to understand ourselves on this level. That we are a being of love. That's what we really are. How does that feel so far, people? Beautiful souls. Anyone like to share?
Wow. It's it just feels wow, like it is so profound, and you took us through that journey so simply, but wow. And trying to understand that, what one of the questions that you said, that um, whether we connect with the oneness first or we understand each individual aspect first, and that kind of reminds me, like, the more I understand my ego and my choices, I automatically understand others more.
Yeah,
And the
exactly.
more I see them, I can recognize that same in me. So it's like, I don't know what came first in a way, but I do think that recognizing myself was vital for me to differentiate what I'm seeing, and not to
Mm,
judge it and to accept it.
mm.
Oh,
Thank
wow.
you.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Yes, it's very simple, but it also feels unfathomable. But that's only because of our evolution, our journey to where we are. so we could feel what would it feel like to not be able to fathom ourselves. Like, what? That's an idea that seems impossible. But it was an idea, it was a thought. And now we want to remember ourselves. We want to fathom ourselves again, and that's also what we wanted. It's so profound, it's so beautiful. And I love that we even created a vocabulary of words, like just to understand ourselves, we even created words in so many different languages, and what a journey. What a journey. So, anyone else like to share anything about so far?
Yeah, I loved it how you took us through the journey and of, like the two clouds. I love that part that you just said about that. That was beautiful. But coming through that journey, and then you said, and now here we are wanting to remember. And I loved just sitting with that feeling of now we're wanting to remember. It just felt so beautiful and so real. And I just love you sharing that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Maggie. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always so I just love the story always, like our journey, and when you tell us this, I'm always so joyful and it really touches me, and I'm always so amazed on how incredibly creative we are and yeah, like everything we have created until now, it's like you said, I cannot fathom it completely, but it's like, wow, how beautiful is it? And yeah, just so amazed every time about ourselves.
Yeah, I completely understand. And I think that's that's the most beautiful part in a way of ascending, is remembering. It's what we want. It's what we cried out for in all of our pain, of our forgotten. And how many existences have we had in so-called lifetimes? Like, how many have we had where we cried out, I want to know who I am? How many in this life? How many times in this life have you wanted to know? I know I wanted to know. I really wanted to know, because I couldn't the pain was too much being forgotten. And that's where it has to be, as I've said before. You have to really feel that pain of being forgotten to cry out and say, what is the truth? What is the truth? And even though we feel it's unfathomable in a way, if we can just keep on feeling love and focus on that beautiful essence of the love being that we are, that is just pure and doesn't judge and doesn't hate and doesn't lust and doesn't fight and doesn't try to survive. It's just pure knowing of the being that I am, that is love. And if we can do that, it is simple. But whenever you try and do that, because we've been forgotten, we struggle. And that's part of being forgotten. You struggle. So the whole experience of twin flame journey became struggle. So let's separate more, Let's have more separation. Let's have more pain from that, And so we did. Now I know all of you want your twin flame. True?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Why is that? Why is that? Would anyone like to share?
Just the experience of remembering each other on that really pure, beautiful level. Like when you described that cloud, like what Margie said before, I felt the same. It was just this real beautiful feeling of memory in my soul and I could see, like from a vision perspective, I could sort of see what it must have looked like a little bit. And I've never really seen that or connected with that before. And just to really have that beautiful experience of coming home to that amount of higher consciousness and love. I feel like that's why I want my twin flame, is to have that full awakening experience of being home and that really high vibration, like fully awake, remembering us all. I think that would just be so incredible.
Yeah, because you're craving for that now. It's dissatisfaction is an aspect of it. Nothing is fulfilling anymore. And that's when you have enjoyed enough of the feeling to feel it's not enough anymore. And that's good. That's a good aspect of being ready to reunite with your twin flame. Because the separation has been very varied, and that's part of the journey as well. It's part of the wisdom. So unique, just so unique, each journey, but the similarity and that's the same love. But we wanted to experience uniqueness, and we did, and it's beautiful. And so your reunion with your twin flame is also unique, but the same. It is always that contradiction in understanding ourselves in the oneness, because we need to see both and understand both. So, of course, this time was planned that we would remember. We would want the real connection of love. And call it twin flames. But we want to understand that on a very high level. You really won't reunite your twin flame without it being on a really high level. You being on a really high level. And there is so much illusion about twin flames as well, because it's become a more developed thing. You know, it's become social consciousness now. It's even in movies now. It's amazing, you know, how far reached it has become. But that's a beautiful thing and a good thing too, because it's really showing us as one soul. We do want that. We do really want that alignment again, and we want to return to paradise again. We want to live in that oneness consciousness, and that is happening. But along the way, there's a lot of illusion. A lot. A lot's not enough to say, because that's also part of the wisdom. What would it be like? We thought what it would be like to believe someone's our twin flame when they're not. Who's been there? You mean?
Yeah,
I
thought,
have.
hope they are. Yeah.
Of course, especially when you have the information and you have the knowing and you've awoken that in yourself, you start perceiving people that you're attracted to, people that you feel drawn to as your twin flame. You start perceiving that. You start wanting it to be that. Of course you do. There's nothing wrong with that. But there is a lot of delusion about it. And you guys as well. No, there's a lot. Even though you've been following my guidance and understanding, twin flames is not saying that you're wrong or bad or not good enough. It's absolutely, that's not what I'm saying. It's just, it's time to rise more if you want to be reunited. It's a lot of rising. The beautiful thing you can do is imagine yourself with your twin flame. You could go to the beginning, or you could just feel now yourselves in that real higher dimension together. As high as you can go. See yourself together in that dimension, because you are in that dimension, that very high dimension. That's where you are together. And that can really help you, and you can feel that and you can connect with that whenever you want to. And truly That's the greatest thing you can do if you want the alignment, if you want the reunion. But it's perfectly okay to look for them, in this, at this level, at this physical level too. It's perfectly okay, and it's actually meant to happen. You're meant to do that for more wisdom. For more wisdom. And that's what there is to really deeply understanding yourself. How much more wisdom there is to gain, how much more there is to truly understand. And the most painful thing you can experience is labeling someone as your twin flame when they're not. It's very painful, yes? Who's been there?
Me.
Say I have when you, so I can hear your voice.
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
I
for sure.
have, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so everyone. And it's really beautiful that you have had that experience, and that's so important for you to understand that, how painful that has been. And so really, something really great for your wisdom to understand and for yourself to evolve is stop doing that. Stop labeling people as your twin flame when you have a feeling that they could be. If you have a feeling that they could be, just sit with that feeling, but don't label them with that. This is part of the evolution. Like, I know you already have a lot of information about twin flame understanding, and I know there's a saturation of it in a lot of the spirituality, and that's great. It's great. But this is another level of really knowing. Instead of doing that, just stay feeling in your love. Stay in the love of you. Because that's the first thing you have to do. The first thing you have to do to really, truly reunite is to be in the love of yourself. Because that is your twin flame. What did you feel then, Nish?
Just such a beautiful, like an explosion of love, but not an explosive way, but in a very mild way. It was like loving myself and just connecting with that. Yes, that's what my twin flame is doing. He is loving me. And I have to love myself to remember him in that way.
We lost Jimmy. I guess you'll come back. So I can imagine what she's feeling. Love you, me.
Oh, she'll be back.
So yeah, she'll come back. So yes, that's where you're at now in your ascension. Stop labeling people as your twin flame and stop trying to make some of your twin flame. You can if you want to, of course. You can go for it. I'm not going to limit you, but for your ascension and for your realization of who you are, start becoming aware of that feeling when you want that so much that you start doing that. There's so many extremely painful relationships at the moment in the world because of that, because they have to stand by it. Once you set it, you have to stand by it, that sort of feeling. And that can be extremely painful when you're trying to force someone to be your twin flame. You're forcing each other to fit that. It's painful. So you can have that experience. Of course you can. And I even recommend it if you want to gain some more wisdom about it. But I know you've all had that to some extent. And I see people really believing it and the pain that they go through. The real true experience of the real higher true experience of you and your twin flame reunited is complete bliss. It is not painful. The true experience of it is that real high place I was telling you about. That's the true experience of you and your twin flame. So that's what you want, to experience it truly. But you can connect now on that level, and that's going to fulfill you so much. You can have that communication with each other, and that's what I absolutely recommend that you do. Be together now on that level, communicate, listen to each other. They're right there, they're with you, they can never leave you. So let yourself have that connection. Let yourself feel that connection, that oneness. That's the true level. If you feel that you're at that level, if you feel like you personally, as a beautiful being of love that I love and adore, are on that level, if you are on that level of that much higher consciousness and that much love, then you will experience it. But are you? Honestly, truthfully, are you? Yeah. Everyone is saying no.
No.
Mm-hmm. And that's good to understand. It's good to feel that. It's good to feel that humility. It's good, the humility of recognizing what you're creating of where you are now. That's the real humility, is to understand yourself now. That's how you're going to evolve into your twin flame, is understand where you are now. And you guys are absolutely amazing where you are now. And I know because you're so amazing to where you are, and you're awakening through the guidance that I've given you over all this time, and you've just applied it, and it's beautiful, and I see it in you. I can look at you and see it and feel it, and it's beautiful. And because you have that, it does make you feel like, yeah, I should be ready now, you know. Oh, you can be in a twin flame with your twin flame, but it will be very painful, and you won't enjoy that. But truly, we've done that. We've all done that. We've all tried that. We've all tried being the fallen version of reuniting and getting that experience. Do you want that? Do you want to go through that again? And that's not me threatening you, okay? Please know that I love you. And I'm just helping you with the wisdom of understanding real twin flame journey. Real twin flame journey. Not a fantasy, not a romantic, cultivated acting step experience that so many people are doing and trying to emulate it, trying to pretend it's real, trying to have that the fantasy to be real, and that's okay. It's part of the wisdom too. It's beautiful. Here she is.
Oh,
She is. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. We'll keep going. I'm glad you're back.
Yeah.
You never left, really. None of us really ever left. You know, higher understanding of ourselves. I love the symbolism in everything. So we were just talking about, I was just talking about the true experience of twin flame reunion is on that higher level. On that higher level. Do you feel that you've gained enough wisdom of the projection of someone being a twin flame when they're not? Anyone can share.
oh my God, yes. Yes.
Share more.
It's like anyone I meet, I kind of want them to be my twin flame. It doesn't matter how I meet them, or like whether it is in person or just talking with them. I see this craving in me, and
I
there
just
used to be.
want to interject there for a moment. I want you to go back to this, but that exact thing happens with everybody, and the reason is because we really are each other. Everyone is really our twin flame ultimately, but not twin flame even. It's not because the twin flame was the separated illusion that we created, but we are still always that one being, that original one being. So we are all each other. So we're going to
Wow.
feel that. We're going to feel that about anyone, really. But we're talking about that adventure we had when we created that original twin flame experience, to have the journey. And the plan was to reunite that. But do you think that's going to be where it ends? No. No, it's not. It's going to completely go so much higher than that. It's just part of our journey. So I wanted to interject that then, because I want you to understand that. I want everyone to understand that, because what you're saying, everyone's going to say that. Everyone's going to feel that. I feel like this could be. I feel like this could be. This could be my twin flame. Is it you? Is it you? Is it you? And we're looking at people in that way, and we're feeling love, because we really are love. We all really are each other, and that's a really also a very important wisdom gaining, knowing, and remembering. This is more of a remembering than anything. You know, I said last time, everyone is a twin flame, and all twin flames manifested from the same original one being, and that is who we are. So of course we're going to see ourselves in everyone. You could say anyone could be your twin flame, but the truth is that original experience of that separated part of ourself, which isn't separate, contradiction, I know, but it's true. That's what we want to do, so that we can come back together and gain all that wisdom together in that beautiful love. And like I said, if you want to have it really painful, you can. But it will not stay like that. It has to evolve. So continue with what you were saying, Nisha. No, that was a big interjection, wasn't it?
But thank you, because it makes so much sense, because exactly as you said, that's what I find, that I can find parts of me in everyone, and that's what I feel, oh, that's why they could be my twin flame. But then it's like but then there are this details that don't match, and it's like, can I live with that? And I cannot.
Yeah, that's actually brilliant. Can I live with that? That's a very, very good question, because a lot of people are. Just to be with someone, just to project, this is my twin flame. I'll put up with that. Oh, we have to get through that. We have to integrate that, because we've been fallen. Twin flames have to struggle when they get together. Otherwise, it's not real. La la la. No, you don't have to. You can if you want to. But we're talking about the real ascension, this aspect of where we are now. We've all had that experience of the painful part of reunion. We've all had that. Whether you know it in this life or not, we've all had that. We all wanted to have that too. But we're talking about the real ascension of the truth of that higher, beautiful, higher aspect of that reunion, because that's where you want to be. You don't have to be, but I know you guys are listening to me because that's what you want, because you know that's what I'm going to be sharing with you, is the highest understanding. And so all the guidance I give you helps you understand, gives you freedom to go and explore it if you want to. It also gives you an option. Do you want the pain anymore? Because I know when you've had a painful twin flame, not your real twin flame, had that painful experience, it just really stays, and it really sits, and it really hurts, and there's a lot of integration, and that's good. It's meant to. That's part of you saying, no, I want the real thing now. That's where you're going to get to. I want the real thing. And there is a real thing. There really is. There is absolutely that real being that is you and your twin flame in that perfect place of love and paradise. And you will experience it. That is the plan. But have you gained enough wisdom yet? And it's really easy to ask yourself that, because how much fallen consciousness do you experience every day?
A lot still.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's perfect. That's beautiful. But that, looking at that and understanding it's a lot, can help you see yourself. How much more really do I have to integrate to have that really high level? And like I've often said, just have a relationship with anyone. It's okay, have it. But don't have to label it twin flame. Just have it. Because it's okay. It's an exploration and it's understanding of yourself. But it just depends, like what you said, Nisha, can I live with that? And you couldn't. And that's that leveling up, I could say. Of your ascension, like a leveling up, because you no longer want that level down there. You want a higher level because that's not enough for you. And that's what ascension is about. It's not just getting somewhere and staying there when there's suffering involved. It's getting somewhere and continuing to rise out of that. And the amount of integration to do as these beautiful twin flames that we are, it's a lot, you know. How long, how much adventures have we had? Like all of our past lives, all of our being reborn again, everything is so much. And it's all really happening now anyway. So when we access our past life, we're just accessing now. We can put a timeline on it, and that's fun too. And they're real. They're real. And so, you know, but there's all that wisdom to gain from all those beautiful, wonderful, amazing adventures that we've had. But it's where are you now? And that's the only reason I'm doing this guidance. The only reason I'm doing this guidance about the journey of twin flames is for the purpose of your ascension and having a real, true reunion. That's what I'm guiding you to do, but I'm also saying you're allowed to do anything that you want for the wisdom, and it's beautiful, and I love that. I want you to do that if that's how you feel. If you feel like you want to be in a relationship with someone, do it. Find out that maybe that's the wisdom you need to have right now. Or is it? Is it or is it not? What's behind this hidden part? Is it hidden? Is it still hidden, or do you fully comprehend how much ego and how much illusion is going to be involved in that, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to raise on my hand. There we go. Shifting it all around again. That's so cute. That was so funny. Did you see the hand on the screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was like a real moment of, yeah, solid. Do we want that or not? You know? Do we want that or not? And nothing is right or wrong, just the adventure and just the experience. But my guidance is to guide myself and anyone that wants to go the whole higher way, who's had enough wisdom, who doesn't need anything complicated, who wants the real simplicity of the truth, of the love that we are, and the beauty of this journey. And it can sound really complicated because there's so much to it. There's so much to it. But I love that about it. I love exploring and trying to, like, giving myself the allowing of connecting to all those dimensions. Beautiful. Just so beautiful. And connecting and listening to that real higher place of myself and my twin flame. Listening to that place. You know, that's really, really beautiful. And you can allow yourself to really feel the embrace of that. Let yourself feel it. Even physically, you can feel that. You can feel that frequency and that level and that dimension. You can do that. Or you can go out and have fun and get involved with someone just for fun. And please do if that's what you want. Please don't be stuck in the dogma of this isn't, I'm not allowed to do this because I'm an ascending being and it's not correct. But it's what you express, Nisha. Can I live with that? No. And that's the point that we can get to in ourselves of really understanding it. I wish for all twin flames to be reunited in that level, because that's the only way we're going to fully return to the loving, beautiful being that we are. And that's what we want. And that's the plan. When that's going to happen exactly, it's just a process of trusting and allowing. But look how much there is still to look at in yourself. How often do you feel like a victim? How often do you feel like you're struggling? How often do you feel challenged by other people's personality? And how often do you feel inadequate and insecure? And how often do you feel superior? How often do you feel a fake attraction of lust, projecting the twin flame onto someone, and then having that awkward, revolting feeling in yourself, like, oh no, thanks, actually. That happens too. But if we can just start loving, if we remember the beautiful love that we are, and we really start seeing that in everyone, in ourselves, we can integrate, we can become that whole consciousness again of knowing who we are, which is love, knowing that beautiful, loving being who we are. Is that enough, though? Is it enough to just feel love? That's something I've questioned a lot. Is it enough? And the answer is yes, it is enough. But the version of our identity does not think it is, because it doesn't understand it. But I am giving you and myself this guidance to understand how we can shift ourselves out of the consciousness that is forgetting who we are, to look at the parts of ourselves that really believe in being a victim. We just really believe it. And we blame. We blame, don't we? We blame. We're righteous. We're defensive. We're fighty. And then we're really nice to get what we want. We use seduction because it's worked. All of these things have worked, and in the experience of having the fallen experience. And I love that about it. But it's not what I want anymore. It just starts to feel too painful. And this is everything I'm talking about. This is the journey of twin flames. Everything in existence is the journey of twin flames on this level. These dimensions where we can see each other as separate. It's all about twin flame journey, all of it. It cannot be separated from that. So that's what's deeply needing to be understood in yourself. There is no separation. There is fragmented aspects of ourselves from that whole being, that twin flame set, fragmented further. But as I said, they are completing too. But it's really great that they exist still, because there's so much wisdom being gained, and they can just play and do really silly and dark things, They can just explore this reality and go wild and be really disruptive and and daredevil-y, and take massive risks, and it doesn't matter to them. and we could call that the darkness, but that's only just forgetting the light that we are. And the fragments are doing that. When you see in the world, on news and just people around you that are choosing to be that fallen, extreme fallen, just know they are the fragments having fun. The fragments that, the twin flames that said, well, fragment, yeah, okay, we'll just go exploring. Anyone else want to come? Yeah, I'll come, but I don't want to. The other ones, no, I don't want to do that. It's just a part of this one being making these choices and these decisions so that we can explore what it's like to not and what it's like to do. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's so profound. It's so amazing. We're beyond amazing, the beings that we are. It's just But getting a real beautiful view of the whole thing, the whole story. It really, if you can have the understanding of the whole story through the fallen aspects and the rising aspects, then you'll fathom it. Then you'll rise and you'll ascend, and you will be completely reunited in that real higher place. I know there's that feeling of hurry. Oh, I know that so well. Like, I want my twin flame now. I can't take it. You know. But that real higher being of your twin flame is going to say, I'm not going to save you. I'm not coming to save you. Because it knows saving isn't real. You know saving isn't real on that level. Don't want to save you because this is the adventure. But you are there to gain wisdom and be love consciousness again. And just really allow yourself to fathom how much we've been fallen and how really awesome that is. And that fallen aspect does not want to say it's awesome. It wants to say no. Mine wants to say no. It's excruciating. It's too painful. I don't like the things that are going on in the world. I don't like cruelty. I don't like poverty. I don't want those things for anyone. I want abundance, and I want love, and I want kindness and gratitude and just beautiful support and love for each other in that real higher way, and just living like that. But I also see and I know straight away the answer is, but this is the wisdom. So have the gratitude from that perspective. Let yourself be in a higher place of understanding ourselves as the twin flame separated beings. This is the wisdom, this is the journey, and embrace it. And also say what you really want. If you don't want cruelty, you don't want poverty, you don't want limitation, and you don't want violence and all that, say it. Because the one soul is listening. Not out loud, not to anybody. You don't need to go out and hold up picket signs and fight. You can if you want to. That's been fun too. But to really make a really big difference is to connect on that real deep soul level of the one soul and say, I don't want any more cruelty. I would like that to finish now. Thank you, one soul. How many more voices is it going to take before that really becomes a one consciousness in our mind that is done with it? So it's beautiful to do that. But if you want to go and fight it, you're being a part of it. If you want to try and help support it with love, that's beautiful, and that will help. But the biggest support you can do at the level where you guys are, in a conscious, real conscious choice of ascending, is to speak to the one soul in that way. Say what you want. Say what you want for yourself. Talk to yourself on that level. Let you be that higher voice in you. Talk to yourself. Talk to your twin flame. Listen to your twin flame. Listen to your beautiful twin flame that's ascended. You will love it. You will absolutely love it. That voice and that wisdom that's coming from there is just incredible. Listen to that part of you too. Yeah. Anybody have any questions about twin flames?
I always think there are many questions I want to ask.
Yeah.
When I'm with you, it's just like everything feels so much simple.
Yeah.
And I can see my ego resisting the truth.
Mm.
Because it's what you said before, I just want my twin flame now. You know?
Yeah. I
I
understand.
don't have it now, I want to know when.
Yeah.
How many years, you know? And
Yeah, exactly.
that. And yeah, I was just thinking now, because sometimes I feel, yeah, I think this is my ego talking now too. It's like, when, like, do I have to be completely free of ego to meet my twin flame in the physical? And then I think no, but yeah, I don't know. It's just my
It's okay to not know. It really is okay. It really is okay. And it's okay to have all those feelings that you have, Stella. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just part of the adventure and the experience.
Because sometimes,
And
oh, I have come a long way, I feel I may be ready. But then when I think about it, like what you were saying before, I'm not still there in that higher consciousness all the time, every day. I have moments, but it's not all the time. And I can see a lot of ego. Still,
yeah.
just feels like it's never ending.
Yeah.
That feeling like, is it never going?
Get it? Yeah.
Does this mean I'm going to be in this, in this phase endlessly? And yeah. And where is my twin flame in that where is he? What is his level? I know it's the same level in the higher place, because we are one. But then I think, oh, maybe I have come a long way, but he's still not there, Are the things that make me feel a little bit confused about all of this.
I understand. I understand everything you're saying. To me, it's just really beautiful. It's just part of your journey, and there's nothing wrong with having those feelings. It's completely understandable. And I get it. I totally get it. And have experienced exactly the same feelings and still do. But I really know how painful it is now to continue with that way of thinking and feeling. And like that demanding feeling of being like, I want it now. I want it now. It's completely understandable. That same demanding feeling I have for myself. It's like you were saying, Stella, like how much is there to integrate? How much of this fallen consciousness do I have? And how long is it going to take? And all of that feeling of the separation. And those are the very feelings that we really do have to understand to ascend and to awaken and to have that reunion. And that's really okay. That's really okay. I just completely understand, and I have so much compassion for what you're feeling and what you're experiencing, because I get it. I really understand it. The frustration and the longing and the pain but this is a really important thing for you to understand. Is what I said before. A twin flame is not there to save you. And that's what we really believe we do. And we really have to be honest with ourselves. Come and get me out of here. Come and save me. I don't want to go through this anymore. I have to be with you because that's the only way I'm going to be over this pain and all that sort of feeling. And then you can be in relationships. Some relationships I'm talking about, relationships that are not twin flames, can be lovely, not for feelings on that deep soul level. They don't all have to be extremely painful, but there will still be a pain within you that knows the truth, that knows this isn't really my twin flame. And it just depends what you want. If you want to have that, you can. And so I've said that several times today. There's nothing wrong with it. I even recommend it. If it's that strong a desire in you, have it. But I know all of you guys here, I know you've already done that. And I know how you feel about doing that. But it does feel like there's this endless amount of patience that we have to have, an endless amount of humility. Endless. It feels endless. But it's not. It's only the fallen aspect. That's all. So there's only one way through this, and that is to understand yourself. That part of you that you're feeling, Estella, everyone here is going to say, that's how I feel. Everyone, anyone even watching this is going to know that feeling. And if they don't know it, then they haven't experienced enough wisdom. You have experienced a lot of wisdom to know this feeling. And that's great. That's beautiful. It seems very difficult to the ego, to our personal identity, to our fallen personal identity. It feels very difficult to overcome these strong reactions, the strong victim, all those things. It feels very difficult. And let yourself know this. If it feels difficult, you're not finished with it. And if you want to finish with it, you have to gain the wisdom of it. You have to say to yourself, now I know what that feels like. What am I believing? Where's my limited thoughts here? What are they? Be really honest with yourself. And that's what's so healing. It's so healing to do that. It's so beautiful and beneficial. And in a way, it's like the experience of not knowing and feeling all that pain. That's beautiful too. It's not to say one is better than the other. Then we wouldn't be remembering who we really are. But there's a wisdom when you've had enough of the feeling, you will want to change it. When you've had enough of feeling so alone and so lost and so much pain and so frustrated and all of those wonderful feelings, you will want to understand what they really mean. And you will know, bottom line, I'm just believing limitation and separation. And really the only true thing is the oneness of the love that we are. And to go there into that consciousness, trust that. Really trust that. Because it's the fallen identity is not supposed to trust that. It's supposed to say that's not true. It's supposed to say, oh, I've already tried that. It doesn't work. Nothing works. I've got to just give up, la, 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 all that stuff. Oh, how long? It's like what you were saying, Stella, and I completely understand. How long? I get it. But what I know is the answer is to have the humility to know you're creating that reality that you're in. Have the humility to know that and embrace it and understand it with love, knowing it's very simple. It's so simple. It's so simple just to know it's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. It's a vibration. If you stay in that feeling, that vibration, that will be your reality. If you shift yourself into that higher consciousness, that will be a vibration and that will be your reality. And then you say, yeah, I've done that, it didn't work. If you're at that point, you're saying it didn't work, it's because you haven't done it. You might have done it temporarily and experienced and loved it. And quite often when that happens, there's that falling again. Because you start getting complacent in a way, you start getting a bit lazy, and it's one way to say it. And the reason is because there's a victory going on. Oh, I did it, I made it, everything's great. No, victory time. And victory is another aspect of fallen. Can you all relate to what I'm saying? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I can see it on your faces. Beautiful. And so there's just some more understanding and some more understanding, more understanding, more understanding, more understanding, more choosing to awaken. As soon as you make that limited, as soon as you think you've done enough, you have not done enough. As soon as you think you're humble enough, you are not humble enough. As soon as you think that you should be there now, you are not there now. Because that way of thinking is still coming from victim, limitation, and wanting the victory. Is the twin flame experience is so tarnished with victory consciousness. There's so many fake twin flames. Nothing wrong with this, remember? It's just an experience. And it's all about victory. And you're all nodding because you all know what I mean and you've seen it and it's okay. They're having fun. They're having fun. And people worshipping them are having fun. Worship's a wonderful lie. You know, it's a wonderful experience to worship something that's just yourself as love. That's all it is. And the whole twin flame thing can be also very riddled with the worship of each other. Remember, worship. You worship, there's war. And if you look at a lot of the wars in the world, it's very religious based because it's the worshipping, the clashing of the worshipping and the fight of who's right, you know, and who's wrong. And that's what you're going through in yourself, what's right and what's wrong. When you're saying it's wrong, when you want your twin flame so much and you're angry because they're not with you, you're saying it's wrong and it's not wrong. It's just part of your wisdom. So say that to yourself. It's not wrong. It's perfect. If I'm not with my twin flame, it's perfect. Because this is the wisdom, this is what I wanted, this is what I've chosen. And as soon as you do that, you're shifting. As soon as you make that choice, and you keep making that choice, you're shifting again, you're experiencing more of your ascension, you're experiencing your reunion. Even in that moment, you're experiencing it. Because the oneness is happening, because that consciousness is giving you that oneness. It might not be there in physicality, but you've got to start on those higher levels to get that. That's just the reality of the vibration and the frequency and the consciousness. You can't pretend to have that higher consciousness when you're angry all the time, you know, when you're frustrated and you're demanding and you're saying it should have happened now and you're putting a limit on time because time's not even real. And remember, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. You're not wrong for those things. It's just the adventure. Am I getting that through? Because I want that through. Because if you start taking the information or the things that the rising things, that's all I want, everything else is bad, you're again fallen. You're again forgetting. It's so important for us to embrace everything in that understanding in that way for that real twin flame unity. And, you know, we did worthiness, right? We did the worthiness session. How unworthy do you actually feel really to have that ultimate? Because you can and you deserve it and it's real. That ultimate, that is real. That's why you want it. Because you, in your soul, you know it's real. But how worthy do you feel of that really, truly, right now? Be honest with yourself. Who feels unworthy? Yes?
And me.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was feeling that.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Everyone. Exactly. So isn't that a great place to start? That's why I did that, to help you to understand the unworthiness, the separation consciousness of unworthiness. self-judgment. Because you can just, so I'm encouraging you to connect with that real higher part of yourself, with that twin flame. How would you feel if you and your twin flame were standing in front of you right now, looking at you from that real high perspective, seeing you as you now? It would be beautiful. But what would you see about yourself? What would you feel about yourself? Anybody like to share? What came to your consciousness?
I think I would share. Go ahead.
Go, Margie.
I just feel like I would
Come back
see
in.
it. I would see every part of my ego right in that moment. I feel like I would, I think I would feel a lot of judgment on myself if he was looking at me and I wasn't awake as he was.
Is it the same judgment that you do feel about yourself all the time anyway?
Yes, it doesn't matter whether it's there or not.
Exactly. And
That's
does that
funny.
make you feel does that make you feel unworthy?
Yes. I was connecting with that unworthy just before you said that too, because today I feel really like owning myself, that it's me that was that beautiful light at the beginning. Like sometimes I think of it as a story about somebody else, and I just feel like I was really owning it in myself today.
Wow, that's
I
really
know
beautiful.
I know I don't really feel that, but I felt more like it's not about somebody else. It is, it's actually me, and I just love where you're taking us today with taking it higher. It's absolutely amazing. But yeah, I have that judgment all the time, even if he was there or not. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's sort of like having that, what you just shared, and then having that awareness, it shows you instantly. It just shows you instantly. And that's what's really great, if you can let yourself connect with your twin flame, you and your twin flame, or just your twin flame, whichever way you prefer it, that real higher part of your twin flame, connect with that and listen to it. There's wisdom there. There's love there. There's love beyond your limitation of where you are now. Listen to that. Listen to that love. Have that relationship now. Have that now. And let that aspect, wherever your twin flame is right now, in a lower level or not, it's irrelevant when it comes to this. It's not irrelevant really in the whole thing. It's part of the wisdom. But that part of your twin flame exists there, as do you. But if you can connect with that and listen, you will hear love that you've never heard before. You will hear the most beautiful embracing of you that you've never heard before, except in the beginning, I would say. I don't want to say never, but in this experience I'm relating this to. And you might say, oh, this is just me making this up. It is you. It's still you. It's you speaking from that higher level. So listen to it. If it's starting to tell you to do really stupid things, then that's just, that is just coming from that place. If it's saying, go find a feather and pick it up and, stick it in a photo album and bless yourself with it, then, just as a silly, funny example, it won't be that. It will be all about loving you. Even if you even just sit in yourself or be in yourself at any time, imagine that ultimate. Imagine it. What would it sound like? What would it look like? What would it feel like physically? What would it be like? And you probably think you have done that, but do it more. Do it on a much higher level than you've ever done it before. Let yourself go all that way in a moment of quietness before you go to sleep, when you wake up, anytime really. As long as you can have that clarity and that focus, Listen to that. It's really, really beautiful. And it will awaken you, it'll lift you, it'll help your ascension. It'll help both of your ascension. That ultimate is real. It really is. That ultimate, perfect, blissful, divine beauty, compatibility, perfection of physicality together, just everything. That is real. That is real. And you can have that. You will have that. That's just a fact. You will have that. But if you start here, this is going to assist you to have that. That's the beautiful thing, is that your twin flame does exist in that realm, as do you. And you can listen to it from you, twin flame, too. Look, what's your beautiful being in that place going to tell you, that ultimate you? What's it going to tell you? Open up to that. Just open up and awaken to it. Allow it. Let it be as high as it wants to give you. Let it be as loving. Let it give you guidance in the highest way. I'm not talking about guidance whether you should write this email today. I'm talking about this guidance that I'm giving you, this level and higher even. Just pure, beautiful love. Let it kind of blow your mind, you know. Let it just go, oh wow, I never even thought of that. I never even realized I could feel that much love. I never realized I could be loved that much. Let that twin flame aspect of yourself and your twin flame be within you all day, every day, if you can. If you make that choice and you make that decision, you will weave, as I've talked about, you're going to weave in and out. But if you know that's there, just like the most beautiful, blissful tonic in a way, medicine, if you feel like, but it's not even medicine, it's just the pure essence and the elixir of you in that highest beautiful way. It's right there, right here. Let yourself have that. You know, you'll forget, because that's our joy too, is to forget it, but remind yourself again to listen to that. It's right there within you. It's right here now. And let it come. Let it happen. Even feel it physically if you want to. Feel that embrace. Just close your eyes and be and feel it. Nourishment like you wouldn't believe. And then go look in the mirror. Go and look in the mirror after you've done that, and you will see your real beauty blossoming out of you. You will see it. And you'll go, why don't I look like that all the time? And you'll know the answer. The answer is because you've been experienced forgetting who you are, and it's okay. And then just say, but I want to remember now. And I want you, my beautiful twin flame, in that consciousness to assist me. That's the plan. You're not hearing this randomly. You're hearing this because this is time for you to hear it. You're the only 5 people in the whole world hearing this right now. But it's also going into the one soul. You'll see. People will start saying that it's happening. But what you're receiving right now is absolutely pure, because it has no identity other than the purity of love. It doesn't need an identity. It doesn't need a soul ray. It doesn't need a supernatural, spiritual, otherworldly, other planet, anything. It doesn't need that. That's all part of the journey. There's nothing wrong with it, but you don't need that. This is purity. This is absolute purity, perfection of purity. And you will know if you hear that, if you feel that. Just now, feel it now. Do you feel some sort of heat and warmth around your back? You're feeling that? Let yourself feel it. It's right there. You're being embraced right now. I can see it and I can feel it, and I know you can too if you want to. Feel it. Love it. And remember it. It's beautiful. It's real. Let it be there in that realm. Yes, cry. Yeah, I can see the tears in you guys, and let that happen, because that's the tears of love. That's the tears of remembering and trusting. And then you might have some days where you forget that you even knew you could do that, and then you can feel the pain, and you go, oh wait, I can feel that again. I want to feel that again. Be with me again. Because when you start feeling good from this, you can start forgetting it a little bit. And then when you start feeling it, the fallen part of yourself, the ego part of yourself, you'll want it back again. And let yourself, it's okay. There's no rules. There's no how much you're supposed to do this, or how little, or how much, or la la la. Just take all the rules away. Just be in that love and enjoy that reunion. That's the real reunion. That's the real reunion on that level. So you can have that. It's beautiful. That level. Remember? That level. And then you will keep on awakening, and then you will be able to have that level in a physical level together. But only like that, if you want it to be blissful. And you can have that. You know, all this stuff about, you know, you have to suffer when you get twin flame. You have to, you know, go through a whole lot of crap, you know, la, la, la. You have to, you'll see it. You'll be the greatest mirror for each other. You'll be, you know, it'll be horrible and la, la, la. You can have that too if you want. That's okay too. That can be fun too, but it's not necessary. The beautiful, beautiful place where you guys are in yourself. It's so profound. You're amazing. You're absolutely amazing. I want you to know that. You're absolutely beautiful, amazing beings. And your level of consciousness is really amazing. It's really, really evolved. And that's because you've been understanding the simplicity. You've taken us all the labels and you're done with those. You just want the purity of the love, the purity, the simplicity. And that's the only thing that I'm here for. I'm not here for anything. I don't want to label you with anything. I want to take them all off. I want you to just remember the beautiful soul that you are. It's simple. And you know that love that you feel. You know that love. It's strong, isn't it? It's just not just for twin flame, but for everyone. It's just those moments, and that love just wants to pour out of you. And we have these beautiful platforms like social media where we can pour it out. And more people are doing that, and I love that. That's precious, to pour it out. And I love when you pour your love out on me. I love that. Love it. Really beautiful. So pour it out as much as you want on me. Anywhere, anyhow, it's beautiful to me. I have always felt that, I'm sure that you can relate to this, so much love. There's always been so much love within me to express, and I've always felt a wall where I didn't feel that I could express it, like people resisting it or me resisting it. And I just want to let that wall come down. And I know the most beautiful thing that I've been talking to you about, connecting with your twin flame on that level, will help that. Because you're going to relax, because it's you know, it's just so beautiful and healing in a way. It's just, you're going to relax because you're getting the nourishment that you're craving. So give it to yourself. That's the nourishment you need in this way when you're at this level. And be ready to awaken more, because it'll wake you up, but so gently, so harmoniously, so peacefully, and so warm. Such warmth of love. Just so much warmth of love. Let yourself have that. It's beautiful. You're beautiful. I love you. Would anyone like to share anything that they're feeling about what I'm saying? Or questions is okay too, but feeling, anyone? Go for it, Clary.
I'm so grateful for you, Joe, for this night, and what you're sharing. I feel like it's everything that I really was craving to hear and to understand, but I didn't know that I was craving to hear and to understand. I feel like I've gone through so much pain craving for my twin flame over so many years, but in the
Yeah.
last couple of years, I felt like I'd really had enough of that feeling.
Mm.
And but what I'm recognizing tonight is that I kind of went to a cold place in myself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where I sort of like cut off from the craving, I cut off from the desire a bit because I
Mm.
just couldn't see anybody anywhere remotely that was even slightly interesting. And I just really wanted my own ascension.
I'd like to interject on that. I understand that you're feeling like it's a cold place, but what it really is, it can be tarnished with that, but what it really is you changing. It's you not being who you used to be. It's you not wanting to be that person anymore. It can feel empty, which can feel cold.
Yeah, yeah,
But it was also really nourishing you and supporting you.
yeah.
So just be aware of that aspect of yourself that's trying to put you down for that right now.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I was
And
questioning that. I was questioning,
yeah,
what is it real that I have been like cold, or am I, because I just didn't feel any of that desire.
mm,
And I thought, oh, am I just suppressing that desire because I'm not craving it at all, like nothing, like just
mm.
really not interested in even
Well, the
thinking about
thing,
a twin flame for the last year or
and that's
two.
beautiful,
Yeah,
but that's why it felt empty, and it only felt empty as you're perceiving it now because of that, because you had enough wisdom and understanding to know I don't want all that. I don't need to go
yeah,
through all that.
right.
I am enough, and that's where you're at. And so, but you would say that you felt a lot of bliss from being enough, haven't you? You've felt a lot of that.
Yeah, I've felt better than I've ever felt in my life from letting
Yeah,
that all go,
exactly.
letting all that
Exactly.
go.
So that's beautiful. And that's why I want you to really see and embrace yourself now for that, because that was perfect. You weren't being cold, and I know you weren't because I've been with you so often during this time.
Yeah,
You were just being real and strong and saying, I'm enough. That's important. But the reason I'm sharing with you this really high aspect that you can connect with is because of that.
mm,
You wouldn't even be able to hear this if you hadn't got to that point where you're at now that made you think you were cold. You weren't cold. But why you're thinking you're cold is because you're feeling that warmth right now from what I'm
yeah.
talking.
So warm.
Yeah. And you're feeling that love and you're feeling that connection. But
Yeah,
it's real connection. It's not what you were really giving up was fake twin flame.
yeah.
And the part of you that was in so much pain,
Mm,
craving all the time. And that's good. Instead, you found you and you found love in you, and that was fulfilling enough. But you were ready for this now. That's why you're listening.
yeah.
Why? Yeah.
And it just feels so beautiful to connect with those higher levels. And I feel like, like I know that I'll remember it and then forget and remember, and I'll go through that weaving because I know myself and I know that I do that. And it's like, but
Yeah.
I'm so, uh, uh, it's just such a beautiful feeling tonight to hear your words. I can really sense everything that you're saying, and I just love it so much. I'm just so profoundly grateful to you.
Oh, thanks so much. That's beautiful, Clary. And I feel exactly the same about you and what you're sharing. It's just so precious that you connected with this and the warmth that you're feeling in the contrast, and really,
Yeah,
and it's always been there, but you're just ready to connect with it.
yeah, and
And
I
that's
just feel like I'm sorry. Yeah,
no, it's
yeah,
okay.
that's the difference. Yeah, and
Mm.
I just feel like I never want to look out into the physical. I don't feel like I have any desire to look out and try and find him. I feel like I just want to connect high and feel that
That's
love.
perfect. That's perfect. If you are still wanting to look out, it's okay too. But if you are at that point, it's perfect. It's just part of being fulfilled enough by the whole longing and searching all the time and being disappointed.
Yeah,
But this is why I want you to connect. What I really want you to connect with is the reality of what you are looking for is real. The ultimate, the most perfection, the most love, the word, everything. Imagine it even more than you've imagined it before, how perfect it is. Just be aware of it coming from that real beautiful place of love. And, or even if it's not, it doesn't really matter, because you're allowed to have it. It's really, not only are you allowed, it's just who you are. And you are going to have it. You already have it. I'm connecting you with that you already have. That connection with your twin flame on that level is what you already have. So remember that. Just remember that. And yes, like you said, you're going to go through the weaving and all that, because we're living in a life of, this world and this reality, and,
Yeah.
and we work and we do all sorts of things like that,
Mm.
Money is a part of our reality, but if we can look at it from that perspective that it is still all love, it'll be a lot more enjoyable. If we're looking at all those things from a perspective of survival, it's more struggling, and it's frightening. We have so much fear about all those things, but that's perfect too. That's part of what we wanted to know, what it felt like, because when we really remember that, when we knew we're unlimited, we didn't have to earn anything. We wanted something, there it was. It's still like that. But now we have the program that says we have to earn it, then it's there. So that's why we do it that way. And we don't want to say, oh, I don't have to do that anymore, just drop everything. And like, that would be dogmatic. That wouldn't be real in a way. Because until you've really understood that and absorbed that and had that real true living of that, you don't want to do that, because you want to still be real about where you are. And it is a process, but that process of the time of that, the illusion of time, that process, how long that takes, that's up to you. But if you just start dropping everything and saying, well, I don't want that, I just want ascension, la, 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 instead of embracing what you have with love, and then it will lead to more ascension anyway, naturally, do that. But you will have everything that you want. And we will be living in that place again. That's the plan. Nothing's going to stop that. But this is part of the plan for you to hear this from me, and I love you, and I thank you so much for being here and listening and giving me this beautiful opportunity to share this with you, because that gives me so much to be able to fluently and freely share this with you and feel it received with so much humility and love and recognition. That's I will say that is my creation. And I can see why it is, because I've been allowing myself to be worthy more and more and more. I've been allowing myself to connect with that higher place more and more and more. But I want to do a lot more. But this is part of it for me. So thank you. This is really profound, and the gratitude I feel is immense to have your beautiful souls just being here, being there and listening. Just listening, your beautiful openness, your love and your trust. That's how I want you to be with your twin flame too, in that realm. Do that. Listen with openness and trust, and feel like you're listening to the most beautiful, perfect being that loves you, won't save you because it knows that won't serve you. But your twin flame loves you, loves you. You love your twin flame. That's what we want. That's why we feel that emptiness. But you can start filling up now by doing what I'm saying and guiding you to do if you want to, if it feels right. Because it is right and it is real. And of course, a perception of our fallen conscious will say, oh, that's not real. I've suffered so much. I already know that's not real. I just have to, I have to accept this limitation. You do, in a way, have to accept it. But in the acceptance is the knowing that you've chosen to have the wisdom from it. That's when it resolves. Everything resolves when you gain the wisdom, when you know that's what it feels like. That's what I wanted to know, what it feels like. I know I've been there myself and oh, haven't I felt this enough? I don't want to feel this anymore. It's so painful, and all that sort of stuff, And then I'm just like, okay, you must because you're drumming on right now, and that's okay. I love you still. And then I'm like, okay, listen to that real higher place again. Be loved like you always wanted to be loved. It's happening anyway. It's more than what you can even think of. That's why I want you to connect, because you will connect with things that are new. There'll be new love in this. New love. New connection with your twin flame in that higher place. It'll be, if you allow it, you will know what I'm talking about. You will know. It's beautiful. Trust it. And there may be times where you feel like you can't reach it or you can't hear it, okay? Just be okay about that. Just relax. And all of a sudden you'll just hear it anyway. You'll hear it all over the different times. If you've made that connection, you've made that conscious connection, it's going to keep happening for you. It'll just happen. It'll just suddenly come into your consciousness when you least expect it in a way. So let that happen. Let that happen and trust it. Was there anything else you want to say, Clary?
No, but I'm just loving every single word that you're saying so much. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, thank you. That's
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, all of you that have shared. Would anyone else like to share or ask anything before we finish up?
Yeah.
Go, Amy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also super grateful for this whole, for me it's morning, but evening. And yeah, the love that I felt now, it was, I think it was one of the most fulfilling things I ever felt. So I'm very grateful.
Oh, God. That's beautiful. It is. Exactly. Make me cry. It's so beautiful. Exactly. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I love it. I love that you had that experience. And the beautiful thing is, it's always there. It's always here. It's always there. Have that. Have that. Have your twin flame that way. You shift. You will send, and you will be together. Complete joy of abundance. But allow this. Allow it gently. Allow it gently, because there will be feelings of impatience for sure. But that's okay. It's just part of this. Okay, I know what that feels like now. Okay, what do you want to tell me now? Listen, it's beautiful. It's the ultimate thing you can listen to. I can feel them all. I can feel your twin flames in that place. Beautiful. I can feel it. And they want you to do this. It's what they want. And you want to do this. That's why you're hearing it. Thank you. Anyone else? Thanks, Amy. It's so touching and beautiful. I love you.
Love you too.
Thank you. Anyone else? You were going to say something, Nish?
Yeah, so much. But I do want to say thank you. Like all this understanding that you shared about being in that higher place and feeling the love that I have ever wanted. Thank you for being that expression of love in this reality, because with you, I felt I know I would never be rejected. Like I know when I started connecting with you, how often I would feel, oh yes, now I'm going to be rejected. That's sure I'm going to be rejected. And it was as if I was waiting to be rejected, but you never did. And you always accepted, you always embraced, and you were always supportive no matter what I was choosing. You were not blindly supportive. You helped me understand, like, okay, this is
Yes,
where you're
there's
going.
been time. Yeah, there's been times when that support has come quite assertively, but that's because you really wanted that. You really wanted to have that from that place as well. Yeah.
Exactly. And you have always given to my desire to ascend. You have never given to my desire to fall. And I'm so grateful for that.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. That's so true. That is all I want to do. And that's what I'm asking you to do for yourself as well. Yeah.
That's why I'm thanking you, because it's like
Oh.
you have shown me in a physical way, like not in a fluffy way, but in a physical, real way, what it feels like to be loved, what it feels like to actually be loving at that level. And that's what is helping me fathom, the bits that I can fathom today. Like throughout this session, I have, like, when you asked about the warmth, I was just thinking, he's listening this with me. He's here with me.
Yes, absolutely. I could feel that.
And it was like, and even now saying that, I can feel that more.
Yeah. Great. Awesome. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
And
Thank you. And
you will feel more of the loving being coming out of you as well. And I know that you guys have noticed that more about me more recently, because it's ascension. It's part of ascension. You do become more loving. I wouldn't be ascending if I wasn't becoming more that way, But I know there's still more that I want, because there is more. Yes, I will always love you. Yeah.
Thank you for always loving. And what I loved, like everything, of course, I loved everything, but that humility, what you shared about humility, because when you said connect with your twin flame at that ascended level, where he is and where you are, I could see in that moment how arrogant I am not to accept him.
I love that. I love that. Yeah.
That I'm like, no, he's not there, like he has. It's like, and I'm like, that's it. That's
I love that. Yeah, I get it. That's beautiful. Well,
and that's my answer there. That's what I'm believing in. That's why he's not here with me.
Did that change? What changed?
Absolutely.
How did that change?
Humility. Like to have the humility, that's where I need to, I don't have that humility, to accept that that this is just an experience that I'm having, and we are in that ascended. I never connected understanding humility with this aspect. Like I always thought humility, before I met you, I was more into that, but then it started shifting. But somewhere I can see even now that I believe that humility is thinking of something as inferior, which is not true at all. But there is that.
No, it means you're empowered. It means you're the power of your reality, but not like the arrogance is having the false empowerment of your reality. Humility is the real empowerment of your reality. That's the difference.
Exactly. And that's what I connected with today, that it is humility that allows me to accept the ascended part of me. And I was like, oh wow, it is my arrogance that stops me.
Yeah.
So
And the more that you do connect, thank you too. I love you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, because it's really profound, and it's incredibly strong strength of ascension there in that recognition. Because arrogance is a real winner, it wins everything, and that's what we believe when we're having all of that. And so we don't need to win, we don't need to lose. We don't even need to, but we want to remember the love that we are. And you will all experience more love in yourself as you do this connection. You will. And there could be moments where there's a lot of emotion and there's a lot of shattering of your identity. in a beautiful way. It won't be harsh at all, not at all. If you're hearing anything that's harsh, that's telling you off and telling you wrong in any way, you are not listening to that. Remember that. You will not be told that. You will be guided with love. And if you hear perhaps something like, allow yourself to feel more worthy, that won't come as, oh, you're not worthy enough, you better start feeling more worthy, you know, you're falling, you're wrong. It won't come like that. It'll come with the way that you deserve this. It's real. You are worthy. Let yourself be worthy. I would like you all to actually make the point of that when you talk to your twin flame in that higher level, is to ask for them to help you to know what that really means. What does that worthiness really mean? And listen, even if you're just hearing you are worthy, that would be quite a beautiful thing for you to do if you want to. Yeah. Wow. The journey of twin flames is at this point now. That's why we're having this conversation. And it's a very high point of evolution for us all. Very high point. The highest connection you are going to make, as high as you can. You don't even have to think about how high it is in a way. Just trust it. Just know that's what you're doing, and you're listening. And you'll know when it's the truth, because you'll feel that warmth and you'll feel that love. Anytime you feel sad, anytime you feel hopeless, ask for an embrace from that being. Ask for that. From your twin flame in that place. Ask for that. You'll feel it. That warmth, you'll feel it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So anyone else like to share anything? Thank you. Anyone else?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for today, Jody. It's just been so beautiful.
Thank you.
I love everything that you're saying. I really want to feel that embrace and understand it and listen and if I feel alone, it's just so beautiful to know that is there. That is so beautiful and so precious. But everything that you've
You're
shared
not alone.
today has been
That's
amazing.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And to
And
really know you're not alone. I'm glad you said that, because that's really, really important to know. And not only is your twin flame with you in those realms, there's many beings with you.
wow.
There is many beautiful higher beings with you all the time. There's so much more of us around us from that level. My high being is there with you.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
You know, I remind myself of this, and it's not a fantasy, it's not a trip, it's not like, oh, there's all these ghosts around me or anything. No, it's the real essence of a higher frequency of our soul, and it's around us all the time. It will not interfere, but if you ask anything that you want assistance with, it will give. So if you open up to this, especially your twin flame, if you open up to this and ask and say, what would you like to tell me? I want you to tell me. Sometimes you might not hear anything, okay? That's okay. Don't panic. Or panic. Panic against wisdom from panicking.
That's beautiful.
Sometimes you might feel that, but if you hear silence in that moment when you're asking, there's a good reason for that. It just means you to contemplate a bit more about what you're feeling. So allow that too. Okay? But know that you have these beautiful beings around you. You may have already seen them. You may have seen light. You may have seen it. And know, what is that? What have I just seen? You might have seen a flash of a being or something, and people see things like that a lot. It's just that all of a sudden you'll be in that dimension and you'll connect with that. That's real. I know people can fantasize too. You can definitely get on a beautiful fallen identity of how amazing you are, that you can see all these things and that you can read people's relatives and stuff, you know, all that sort of thing. That's okay too. And perhaps there is a lot of truth in it too. But when it's like becoming really dogmatic and really, it just can be. It can be delusional. But when you're really pure in that love, it's not. And I don't know if you know, so I've seen a lot of these light things. Whenever I'm not thinking about it. I'm not trying to. It's not like I'm expecting it. It's unexpected, and it's just really pure in that moment. It's just like, wow, you know. But you can also ask for it. You can ask for anything. You can ask for anything.
Mm-hmm.
Anything. But embrace where you are now. Because without doing that, you are not going to be ready for all those things that you really want. Like, this is preparing you for that beautiful, blissful life. I mean, you're already having a beautiful, blissful life, but the return to the magnificence of who we really are, that's happening. And this is part of it. So absolutely ask for anything, but surrender. If you cling, you're back in that victim consciousness. So surrender and trust. Yeah, it's beautiful. Anything else, Margie?
Yeah, I was just thinking too, I love what you said about it's going to happen. We are going to return to love. Like in the ego world, we hope this is happening. We hope that is happening, you know. And I just love that you said that is the plan, you know, like we are going to. That is just so beautiful. Yeah.
And when you do see news and you see the world and you know, there's many things happening that seem really frightening, and remind yourself this. Because we are heading very strongly back to who we are, and it's all evolving towards that now. I'll just put it in a way that you can possibly understand. There's not much time left to be that fallen. So they're going for it. That part of the soul is going for it. It doesn't have to affect you. Stay in your frequency, stay in your zone, in your love.
Mm.
Stay connected to that. So just really know that. There's a lot of fragments having fun out there, but they are going to wrap up. And we don't want to put a time on that. We don't want to say when or anything. We just want to trust. We want to trust and know that it's all okay. It's quite, I wanted to say this before, the more you connect with that higher part of yourself, your twin flame, especially on that level, the funnier you're going to find things, especially yourself. And when you're getting that engagement with people that really brings out your fallen consciousness, you know, in any, I'm sure everyone's got a situation in their life where they have that still happening, where you're being triggered, you know, that connect instantly, connect with that, with your twin flame, that level, and hear that higher perspective. The only thing you're going to have to do in that moment is not laugh out loud at that person, because it might offend them even more. And remember, keep that humility, but giggle away inside. See, you will, more and more and more, you will start to see how funny it really is. And I know there's a lot of things I don't find funny in the world that's happening, and I wouldn't. You know, there's a lot of pain and a lot of grief and all that. But I'm talking about those layers of the identity that are really believed. But I also know those things that are happening in the world are what I said. This is the last chance to have them. There's not much time left. But how much time is there really? Like, I'm saying time, and I do have some idea of it. And it could be perceived as a long time yet. But we're on the last chapter. You could say we've done 3. We've got 1 more to make 4 chapters. You could say that. But how long was each chapter? Really timeless. It feels like time, but it's really timeless. But just know that's where we are. Yeah, and enjoy it. Because even you, with your fallen identity, this is your last chance too. To have fun. Oh, I feel sorry for myself. Oh. Have fun. When you have that perspective, all you're going to do is end up laughing anyway. And I do that a lot. I start seeing it and I start having it. I was like, oh my gosh, you know, la 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 la. And then I'm just like, once I get that higher perspective, but you know, that fallen perspective is going to say you're wrong for doing that. It's going to say you're wrong for laughing. You shouldn't laugh. And that's why I'm saying when you're around someone that's triggering it, be respectful of their level, fallen level. And if you're going to laugh, keep it here without offending them more. Keep it here. Have that moment. When you move away from them, you can have it even more. Do you understand? It's like you're not suppressing it, you're respecting.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Mm. Oh, I love you guys so much. This has been such an honor and so much bliss and so beautiful. Thank you so much for your soul, for your beautiful souls. I love you so much. Like, just in awe of your consciousness. Like, I don't see it anywhere else. Not yet. It's weaving and it's on its way. But the beautifulness I see with the humility that you really have and honoring of your love. And that's not about getting a victory. It's just about really knowing that you're really ready to be that pure. And what's impure anyway? It's just a fallen consciousness. But what I was really referring to as well is the higher frequency and the high dimensional understanding that I'm guiding you with. It doesn't have an identity. It's finishing with the identity. It's not a spiritual identity. It's not a trip. It's just really knowing the love that you are and really understanding that. Because everything that I'm saying to you and guiding you with is about love. It's about you connecting with love and understanding the part of you that's forgotten who you are. That's all. It's that simple. I love you all so much. Thank you. Anyone else like to say anything before we finish?
Yes, I would like to say thank you so much, because I really, really loved this session. The aspect of communicating with our twin flame is really, really so beautiful, and I've been feeling the tingling in.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. That's a real frequency shift. When you're feeling that, it's a real frequency shift in you. That's beautiful. Keep going with that. Keep going.
And then I could also see the fear and the resistance.
I understand. Yeah.
I can see both aspects, and so much fear as well. I feel there is a lot of fear, and the more I go into that space of love, the more I can clearly see that how much I want to resist, and how much fear is there. But yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for always bringing the highest version in us. Like,
thank you.
I always feel that I can feel my highest version when I'm with you.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, you bring that, and there are no words to say thank you for that. You know, I've been feeling that since first time I met you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the more guidance I receive from you and apply is like the highest I can go and feel in myself. and that doesn't have, there is not enough money
I know.
for that.
I feel it. I feel it. I want you to know that I receive it, and I feel the same. I want to be able to express it to you too. And I do actually, in words, we have words, but they don't ever feel like enough. So what I do then is I just go beyond the words and just go right to your soul and just keep saying, and I do that with all of you all the time. But I want to just divert back to what you were talking about with the fear and the resistance, because this is a really great thing for us all to understand about that, is that fallen identity believes if we let that go, we won't be safe. We have to stay fear. We have to stay in the fear. We have to stay in that consciousness to feel safe. That's what it believes.
Because it's like the unknown.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's really good if you can look at that and see that and tell yourself, you will be safe without fear. You will, like that beautiful, keep connecting with that higher part of yourself. Because the fear can be so gripping and so overwhelming and so powerful, but it's not love. It is love choosing fear, but it's an illusion, which is beautiful. We know what it feels like. But the love that chose that, that's where you want to connect with. That real love that chose that, and know that. Really connect with this. You don't have to keep feeling fear to be safe. It's like we think it's protecting us if we stay frightened because we're being protective, we're being careful, we're defending, But I love everything that you were saying. And I love you so much, Estelle. I love you all so much. And I'm so grateful. I'm especially grateful to see this beautiful shift that you've been making and connecting much more with the real loving being. It's like you're all shifting with me, and it's powerful. It's beautiful. It's affecting the whole one's soul. I can see it. And that's important to me. And I know it's important to you, because we do love all of ourselves. Starting with it here is where it affects all of us. But I really appreciate everything that you just shared, Estella. It means, more than words can say. Look at you. You're so beautiful. You're all so beautiful. Look at you all. Look, can you see each other, how beautiful you all look right now? What amazingness is that? That says it to me.
Yeah.
Says it to me. Like I can feel it myself. I feel that glow, and it's just beautiful level of consciousness. And I love these, and I treasure these, and I will keep doing them, because these sessions are really important to me. And I just really appreciate that you're here and listening. It's more important than I can put into words. Well, I know that it's the time. It's the time for this level. It's the time for this level. It's time for this level to be expressed. And I know that you've all been with me for a long time with my guidance, and you've seen the levels. But this is a whole new level. And I know that you would have felt that. You have shared that already, which is beautiful. Thank you. And I wanted to give you this level for the journey of twin flames, because it's beautiful and it's fulfilling, and you're ready. You're ready for that. So thank you for being ready for that, and keep trusting. Beautiful thing this is. I really do feel deeply honored to share this with you. I love you. I am always loving you. Always, 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 forever, forever, forever. That will be for all infinity. And thank you.
Love you so much.
Love you so much.
Oh,
Thank you. It's
does
been
anybody else
amazing.
thanks so much. Anyone feel like they wanted to say anything they haven't said yet, or you're content?
Mhm.
Feeling
Content.
very, very content,
Oh,
very
loving it.
fulfilled, very
Beautiful.
inspired, and very
Right.
activated in a very beautiful way.
That's awesome. I love you so much.
Wow.
Always connected. Always connected. Enjoy Enjoy your twin flame.
Thank you.
Thank
Love
you so
you.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you. I love
Thank
you.
you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Always. Always
Mm.
forever. Okay, I'm going to end it now. Love you.
Love ya.
Love you.
See
Thank
you guys. Love ya.
Love
Love
you.
you all.